back to another episode of the Courage River Podcast. I'm Shamika Bangs, and today we're going to talk about love. The love of God and the love in our hearts. Love is that great feeling. It's warm. It can be heavy. It can be exciting. And it covers our hearts and our bodies. We can anticipate to have it in things and in people. Love makes us all feel good. If we sit and just think about the goodness of God, we will truly know that He loves us. He created us. He forgives us. He gives us grace. And you know sometimes the stuff that we do, we deserve for things to happen to us, but all because He loves us. He forgives us. He extends His grace to us. He will make everything all right. He gave His only begotten Son for us to be nailed on that cross, pierced in His side, to be tortured and beaten, all for you and I, so that we can have life, so that we can be forgiven for our sins. If that ain't love, you all, He put His love in us. And we are supposed to share that love with others. I've come to realize in my own life that you may love this person and that person, but all of them will have a different degree of love. When you with them, or helping them, or just talking to them in general, you can feel the love, but it may not feel as heavy as if it felt for someone else. Of course, we love our extended family, but that's not the same love that we have for our kids, for our parents, our grandparents, and our spouses. We grow to love our friends and our co-workers. We grow to care about others and their well-being. For me personally, I don't want to see anyone hurt or sad. If I had a magic power, I will make all the sadness and hurt go away. I will make peace all over the world, in everybody's homes, in everybody's hearts, in everybody's minds. I like to say that I care about everybody. I care, or I have empathy for others and their hurt, or their troubles and their struggles. I wish there was something I could do to fix it, to change it, to make it be easier for others. I must truly admit that I got the love of God in my heart, and that love does spread to others. Loving your neighbors as yourself is one of the greatest commandments that God left, and you can find it in Matthew 22:34 through 40. And you always say that love is kind, it's not arrogant, it's not boastful, it's not envy, it's not puffed up. Love don't look down on the next person. Love don't beat up or talk negative about the next person. Love warms the heart. Love gives you that warm smile. Love encourages you. Love supports you. Love helps you. There are so many ways that we can show our love to others. We can give them a helping hand, maybe with homework, maybe with toting the groceries in the house, maybe with cutting their grass, maybe taking someone to their doctor visit, giving someone some clothes or shoes that may be too small for you, or just going out buying someone something because you know they're in need of it. You can show, give, and tell love to others. Show them by your kindness, show them by helping, give it to them by your warm smile, tell them by speaking it out of your mouth. Each and every day, if you get the opportunity to tell someone that you love them, do it. You never know who you will help. You never know whose heart, whose mind you is helping. You is helping to stay together, to stay going. You don't know what kind of encouragement you may be giving to someone who may need it. Because, we can dress up these outward appearances to make them look good. We can smile in spite of crying. And sometimes people inside It's broken, it's crushed, it's hurting, it's in so much of pain. And your kind words and your acts of kindness and that smile that you've given someone may just be the thing that someone needs to help them to run on a little longer. And when you help someone with something, you don't have to go tell it to no one else. Keep it between you and that person and God, because you're doing it out of the love that God has put in your heart. You're doing it to help someone else, not to be boastful and go broadcast it all over the world. I can say that sometimes I buy stuff and more stuff, and I don't use it. And then I get it all together and I take it and I give it to other people. I don't charge them for it. I don't look for anything in return. I just ask if I can bring them something, and I take it there. And I let them know not to throw it away, but to share it with other people if it's something that they don't want or like. When I become rich, I'm going to walk into the light bill place sometime and just pay a light bill that has been disconnected. When I hear about someone in the need of help, I'm going to go help them. Maybe I can buy someone a new tire that's broke down side the road. Maybe I can buy that college student a car, a nice car, to get them back and forth while in college. I am a generous giver. And sometimes I don't necessarily give money to people, but I give kind words, I give motivation, I give a helping hand. I give other things that I may have, that I know that other may need. I was in Dollar General a while back. This man in front of me was trying to get his card to work and it kept declining. He was adamant about there was money on there, but the cashier couldn't do anything but tell him that it kept kicking out saying decline. So I politely asked him, was it okay for me to help? And he said, you don't have to. They can let me go home and come back. And I was like, no, I got it. I don't mind. Let me be a blessing to you. And he told me, thank you very much. He allowed for me to pay for his things. And I felt so good that I could help someone. Because if ever I'm in a store, if ever I'm broke down side the road, if ever I'm anywhere and I need help, I would love for someone to help me. If my kids were in those situations, I would love for people to help them. I always try to be kind and nice to others, because you never know when you're going to need others to be kind and nice to you. You never know when you're going to need help from someone else. So you can't walk around being mean and not helping, or beating up on people, or saying mean stuff, because one day you might just need help yourself. You know, we hold love for our jobs. Some of us love the work we do. Some of us love the jobs that we work in. Some of us wouldn't change that for anything. We're dedicated to being there, doing what we got to do, working with the team or working independently, but getting our work done so that it can benefit the company somehow. We have love for our spouses. We don't want them to hurt. We want to do our best to take care of them and be there for them. We give them our heart. We give them our time. We give them our attention. We help them when they need help. And then, of course, we have the love for our kids. That is like none other. Most of us will break our necks for our kids. We will make sure that those kids have everything they need, and most of everything that they want. We will give our last to our kid. We will help them by all means. Even sometimes when we tell them we're not helping them no more, or we're not doing this or that, we'll find ourselves right back at helping them again, at doing the very thing that we say we wasn't going to do. We have weakness for our kids sometimes. And I know when my kid was coming up, I always said, whatever they need, I'm going to make sure they have it. And a lot of the things they wanted, I made sure they had those too. And, you know, sometimes when I didn't give them what they wanted, maybe in today, then tomorrow I got it for them. You know, because sometimes you have to make kids wait. You have to make sure that they got the room cleaned, done with their work, making good grades in school, doing their chores around the house, you know, staying out of trouble. And then you do your best to try to make sure they have those wants and needs. And I have even seen some parents go as far as working overtime just to make sure that their kid have what they want. Most of us as parents have or is spoiling our kids. Some of us know boundaries, some of us don't have any boundaries. You know, I had to be careful with that because I didn't want to give my kids absolutely every single thing and they didn't know the value of earning nothing. I wanted to make sure I taught them that sometimes you don't get it just because you ask for it. You have to do some things to earn it. And I had to make sure that when they didn't do what was right or didn't do the thing that they were supposed to do, I didn't just go get them what they want. That wouldn't help in teaching them. I didn't want to be a hinder to them, always a help. And, you know, as parents, we have to be careful with that because sometimes if we're not careful, we'll give them some things that they totally don't need and don't deserve. Loving your neighbors as you love yourself. If you get up and take care of yourself, make sure you have all the food, all the clothing, everything you need to get by within your day. And that's the love that you should give your neighbor. If you know they're lacking something that's going to help them in their day, maybe you should go help them get that. Of course, I'm not saying just go get them anything because you don't have to get them a steak and baked potato just because they're hungry. You can get them a hamburger and fries. But just making sure that if you know they're in need of something and you can offer help to them, then be that help that they need. You will be pleasing God and you will feel good about it. Each time I help somebody, I feel good. That I can make a difference in someone else's life. That I can put a smile on someone else's face. That I can show someone that I care. When you love somebody or something, it is very dear to you. You cherish it. You hold it close to your heart. You embrace it with your time, with your hug, with your warmth, with your encouragement, with your smile, with your touch. You keep up with it and its well-being. You make sure that you see to it that it's being taken care of. The Bible also says that you should love the Lord your God with all your heart, mind, and soul. Each day, you should pray to God. You should talk to God. You should seek Him. Only you know what you need. Only you know what conversation you have with God or need to have with God. Make sure that every day you're doing that. Call upon Him for help. Talk to Him and be honest and be open. Talk to Him as if you were sitting around talking to your friend. Ask Him to help you with your weakness. Ask Him to help you with the people that are trying to destroy you or hurt you. Believe in what you ask for. Believe in Him. Trust that He will answer you, that He will take care of you, that He will come see about you. If you asking Him to give you something, to fulfill you with something, to help you in something, through something, over something, around something, make sure that you believe that what you're asking for can be done. Because whatever you ask God for, He can do it. Now, I will tell you that sometimes God don't answer you in the time that you want, but He will answer you in His own time. I'm learning to take 5 or 10 minutes out of my day and sit in the quietness of a room is just listen for God. Sometimes when I sit there, I ask him, speak, Lord. Because we can get so busy within our day, within our life, that sometimes we throw God in the back. Sometimes we forget to acknowledge him. And I am one that believes that we are who we are because of God. He gave us this life. He keep this heart pumping. He keep this blood flowing. Yeah, you may think that you get up and get yourself together. And of course you do. But God gives you that ability. The knowledge that you know given to you because of God. The skill set that you have is because of God. Even if you just learned it, he gave you the strength to learn it. I truly believe that God is the source of my being. God is the source of everything that I do. Yes, I get to make my own choices. But if God took away our ability, if he took away our mind, if he took away the knowledge that we know, if he took away our sight, what could we do? We wouldn't be able to take care of ourselves. We wouldn't be able to do the jobs that we do. We wouldn't be able to get up and go as we go. We would need help and assistance from others. So always be mindful of what you have and who you are and what great things God is doing, has done, and will do. Always thank God for your today and everything you had to go through in it, in the mistakes you had to learn from, anything you had to be taught, every lesson that was learned within your today, every ability that you had in your today, every person, path that you came across. Now always know that you can learn from what we call good people and bad people, nice people and evil people. You know, you can learn from someone, let's say bad or evil. If someone is going around trying to manipulate, spreading rumors, spreading lies, trying to cause harm purposefully, you learn from them that you don't want to do that. You don't want to treat no one that way. You don't want to live your life that way. If someone is walking around doing drugs, you learn from them that I don't want to do those drugs because it will make me act in a way that I'm not liking, that I'm seeing in them and I'm not liking. It may mess up my health like it doing theirs and I'm not liking it. I'm not picking on no one when I'm saying it, but I'm saying we can learn from everybody. And then, of course, if someone is giving love, if someone is giving encouragement, if someone is giving help, of course you learn from that. Of course you pick up those habits and you make them a part of your life and the things that you do. We can always learn from people. You don't have to do exactly how they do it, but you can do the things that they do in your way. Life is full of lessons. Life is full of ups and downs. Life is full of good and bad. Life is full of strong and weak. Everything is together living in this life. You do the separating yourself from it by not going around it, not being a part of it. And as you and it both are running side by side and living in this life, you continue to do what you know is best, what you know is right. Remember, love is kind, love is warm. Love is that feeling of passion, of commitment, of intimacy. Love is that great feeling that just makes you feel happy and all snuggly inside. God is love. And we should love ourselves. We should love God. We should love our neighbors. So I encourage you to take that love of God and share it with the people amongst you. Be that help. Be that light that illuminates all around. And then we're at the part of the podcast where we discuss something learned or something improved. I have learned that God gives her all love. And if we, each individual, decide not to want love a part of them, that's their choice. But the Bible says if you don't love, you're not of God. God has no part in the wrong and the evil. God is light. God is love. I think I've improved on not being so judgmental, because I never forget one day I was thinking a thought about someone that was standing right before me. And it like God slapped me back in my face and showed me that I was doing that same thing that that person was doing. And I was like, look at me being quick to judge when I'm tangled up in the same thing. So I think I learned Matthew 7:1 that day. And I'm just going to read it to you all. Do not judge, or you too will be judged. For in the same way you judge others, you will be judged. And with the measure you use, it will be measured to you. Mighty scripture. Now we're at the part where we share our gift. And my poem today is called It's Life. Not because I've done everything right, and not because I've done everything wrong, but just because life is a fight, and sometimes it will make you moan. I smile and keep my head up most of the time. I get hurt by others, talked about, and disrespected. I try hard to forgive others at the drop of a dime, but sometimes I hold unforgiveness and have to be corrected. I say amen to the thing I know is right or I can relate to. Not because life has been so good to me, but because who would have knew that life has many of things to see. Yes, I hurt sometimes. I cry and I laugh, but I hold on and I keep going. Then there's time when I want to run away and hide, but I tell myself to move on because life will keep blowing. And I can't run and hide because of my pride. I think positive most of the time, and that is that. And not because my mind or thoughts are always good. There are times I think negative, but pray against that, because praying is doing what I should. I can give in or up. I can give in or up, even run and hide. I can live and learn, do better, and move on. I can keep moving with Jesus by my side. But whatever I choose is life, and it will not postpone. I hope you all enjoyed the poem. Thank you for being a part of the Courage River podcast. You can find me on YouTube, Star Mika, Facebook, Mika Motivation, Instagram, Mika to Motivate, and of course, YouTube also for my podcast, which is Courage River. And remember, we are always improving, never perfect. Have a good one, everyone.